Good morning, friends. Come finish getting ready with me. I'm getting ready to go to my Gram's house today. So, simple makeup it is. But yesterday, I went live with the new vitamin C sticks, and I couldn't see comments. So, we were doing like a monochromatic look, I guess is what you would call that, like one color. But I couldn't see comments, and you guys wanted me to do the shade Raisin, and I did the shade Watermelon. So we're going to do a Raisin today. Here's Watermelon, here's Raisin. This is Pink Apple, so there's 3 shades of these vitamin C color sticks, and I love them. The staying power honestly blows me away, and so does the pigment for how lightweight it is. They're so good, and then they actually have a ton of skincare in them as well, so they're definitely a 2-in-1 kind of product. But yeah, good morning. Can I see comments today is going to be the real question. What are you guys up to? Yay, good morning, Jerry. So these are technically cheek sticks, and I love that. But I've been using them as eyeshadow, cheek sticks, and on the lips, and they've been working so well. I can't even believe it. So yeah, anyways, this is the shade Raisin. This is like one of my favorite ones on my lips, and it lasts so well. I honestly was shocked. I'm like, is this a fluke? Because I wore it the first day I tried these, and I had like a really long work day. Like I didn't even get done with my meeting until like 7, I think it was. And I got ready in the morning with you guys. And then, like, when I went to wash my face at, like, 9, 10 o'clock at night, I don't remember exactly, but around then, it was still on. I hadn't looked in the mirror, like, all day, so I guess I just wasn't really, like, expecting it. So it was, like, a total shock when I saw it was still on my lips. Good morning, Desiree. Yes, I'm on early, Shauna. I'm actually going to my Gram's house, so I'm trying to get out the door, but these are so quick and easy. I thought I would just jump on and do it with you guys and chat. Especially since you guys wanted to see the shade Raisin yesterday, so we could do that today. Raisin is kind of like this really pretty plum color, I guess you would call it. I'm not sure. And one thing I will tell you guys with these is a little bit goes a long way. So like the very first day I used it, which actually was on live, so you can go back and look. I kind of just went in like full send with it because to me, the weight of it felt like just a tint because it is, to me, it's like weightless, literally. And so I just went like full on with my brush and definitely got a little bit too much. So just so you know, a tiny, tiny bit goes a long ways. You do not need much at all. You can wear this over powder, under powder, over top of like your, let's say, sheer skin or whatever you've got going on. I'm only wearing sheer skin today. That's why it's just like a glow. And actually I paired it with the face milk. Wherever I put that. My desk needs cleaned, but I'm the one who has to clean it, and so far I haven't done that. But anyways, I paired face milk and sheer skin together, and I love doing that because it's just like, it's really not coverage, like maybe a slight bit of like adding a, you know, a warmth or like a healthy glow to my skin, maybe a little evening of the skin tone, but very much it's still just my skin and like very, very natural. Definitely doesn't feel any different than when I just have my skincare on. It's ultra lightweight. But anyways, that's all I'm wearing today. But you can definitely wear these over powder. The first day I did it under Ophir's setting powder, and that was really pretty, you guys, because it definitely like kind of dulled the color a little bit, where it like softened it, I guess you would say. But it was still glowy enough that you could see like that really pretty glow underneath. So I loved it. Anyways, all that to say, I've tried this a couple different ways and it's been really versatile so far. So I love that. And how pretty is that? Like, I don't even feel like I need highlight or anything when I use this because it's so glowy. I feel like naturally the part of my cheek that is the highest, that hits the light, just kind of like glows on its own without any highlight. Can you see that? I don't know if you can see that in the camera, but that's kind of like what highlight's supposed to do, is hit the high point of your cheek so it lifts the face and just makes your cheeks pop. I feel like this kind of does that on its own because it's just so glowy. And like I said, this is skincare and makeup in one. So this is definitely going to help plump up the skin and hydrate, which is going to help with fine lines, wrinkles, any kind of like texture, crepiness. So this is definitely going to give the appearance of more like youthful, healthy skin while also doubling as your blusher. Good morning, Sarah. How are you? Hi, Stacy. I feel like I haven't caught you in forever, Stacy. Desiree. Oh my gosh, Desiree, you are so sweet. Thank you so much for tuning in. I love that. Do you like them better than the pivot powder? I wouldn't really even put them in the same category because the pivot powder is powder, and that's more of like makeup. Like it's not the same as like these can be very much like just your no makeup looks, and the pivot powder I would say is more of like a full glam. Like, yeah, you could still use it for no makeup, but it's powder, it's super pigmented, and it's also metallic. You know what I mean? So you're probably not gonna wear like that much metallic, but I wouldn't even put these in the same category. You could wear them together or wear them both separate. I wouldn't really say I like one better than the other. If I wanted to say I like the pivot powders better for full glam maybe, and I like these better for natural makeup or like no makeup looks, the clean girl aesthetic, I would say probably, but I think these could definitely be used in full glam as well, especially after the first day when I used it over the powder. It's just super pigmented. So I hope that makes sense. Thanks, Stacy. You're always working. Oh my gosh, I totally feel you there. I opened a Hawaiian ice shave trailer. Oh my gosh, how cool. Shave ice trailer. I've thought about that kind of stuff, but I'm like, man, so much work. But I bet your community loves having that around. Like, I would spend way too much money at one of those if we had one here, since we live in like a small town, you know? I definitely think, I don't know, I guess if it would be like super profitable. That's what's hard to say, is like, with just the locals, would it be enough? But I definitely think it would be fun as a local. Like, I'm always like, man, if someone could open a coffee shop here. And honestly, I can make pretty good coffee at home. I'm just taking that same color raisin. Again, we're doing the monochromatic, same color all over. This color is so perfect, you guys. But anyways, if someone opened a coffee shop here, like I said, I can make a pretty dang good coffee at home, honestly, just because I've been like doing it for so long and like practicing. So, I mean, it might not be good for other people. I think it is though, because I've made coffee for other people. I'm just saying, like, I kind of perfected what I like, but it's more about the experience, like going out to a coffee shop, getting their fancy little cup, ordering it, getting a little treat, you know what I mean? Now, my wallet would probably be less happy if someone opened a coffee shop, but I would have too much fun with that. But at the same time, I'm like, is there enough people to like really keep one going? I don't know. You know what I mean? With like people driving through plus all of us, maybe. But yeah. How is it going? Is it going good? I might put just a teensy bit of powder on my eyes. I know that sounds like so opposite of what people, but I want to put my mascara on. So I kind of just want to set this, like when I'm talking the tiniest bit. And I just want to make sure that doesn't crease. I might put a little bit more over it once I get my mascara on, honestly. But I'm just going to do, like, the teeniest. I don't want to take away my glow. I kind of just want to do, like, right here. Like, where I got, like, super duper textured. And, like, where I'm going to wear mascara. You guys that hang out with me every day know I have, like, the freaking wateriest eyes on planet Earth. Ugh. Such a pain in the butt. Okay, I better hurry. My Gram's waiting for me and I got a long drive. So I gotta go get my sister. I'm actually jumping in with her. So I'm excited about that, just to kind of like break the drive up a little bit. But yeah, it's going great. It's unique and no one has it. Oh, I love that. And such a perfect like summer treat. Like, what's better than like shaved ice and a snow cone on a really hot summer day? See, we have a pool here, which is like kind of crazy for how small it is, but we love our pool. And then the park's right next to it. So I always thought, man, if someone did like a little pop-up like snow cone or like you have, Stacy, right there in the park just next to the pool. And then it's also like pretty close to when you're like pulling into town or out of town. I'm like, I feel like that could do really well. The problem is, I don't really want to be the one to do it. You know what I mean? But I do think it would be good. And honestly, I think like stuff like that is a good, really good job for like high schoolers and stuff. So even though I think in reality, as much as it'd be nice for stuff to run itself, probably still be there like all the time. You know what I mean? But you could definitely get like some high school kids to, you know, come work some shifts and maybe get a full day off. But yeah, it would just be, that's the thing is like, realistically, business owners, it's so hard to like go out of town and stuff unless you have like, you know, another adult that you can really like, you know, they can just take on any issues or whatever. It's just hard to get away. So that's why I've never really pursued anything like that. But you go, girl. So much work. Yeah, I know. And it's just like so much stuff, I'm sure. Like with everything I've ever done, I feel like there's so much things that like you don't think about until you're like in it and you're like, oh my gosh. You know what I mean? Because like when you first start something, you're kind of like, okay, that won't be too bad. Like, you know, it's obviously going to be work, but you're kind of thinking about like the basic things that you know of and like whatever. And then you kind of get like full send into it and you're like, okay, this is like literally double the amount of stuff that I thought. That happens to me quite a bit. Okay, I'm just going in with some of the Ophir waterproof mascara. This is actually my favorite mascara ever. I have really, really straight lashes. Like, they kind of point down like this. Good morning, Darcy. How are you? And of all the mascaras ever, this is the best one for getting my lashes to curl, like keep a curl and hold it all day long. Like, even when I go and wash my face tonight, you guys, my lashes will still be curled. Which, if you don't have that problem, honestly, there's no point in you wearing waterproof mascara, so I would skip this. Waterproof mascara is definitely harder to get off at the end of the day. It's waterproof, you know what I mean? So you definitely have to, like, work your makeup remover a lot longer and, like, really loosen it up. So I would say if you don't have a reason to wear waterproof mascara, don't get it. But if you have really straight lashes or lashes that won't curl, this will definitely be a game changer. Like, I'm very confident in saying that. Or if you need waterproof mascara, this is definitely very good as far as that goes. I don't really ever use waterproof mascara for the waterproof reason. I guess, like, with my watery eyes, that's one nice thing. But as far as, like, a pool or, you know, something like that where you'd wear waterproof, because I feel like I just don't usually wear makeup if I'm going to be in a pool. But it definitely does work. Good morning, Angie. Thank you. We are having a good summer. Honestly, it's been really busy. I'm kind of just going in and hitting the tips for a little extra volume. It's been really busy, and that always makes me sad because I feel like, and this is every year, and I'm sure so many of you are probably the exact same way, but I feel like in the summer, and summer's my favorite season, so that's probably why too, but we're so busy and trying to like cram all of our stuff in that we want to do, whether it's because of school's out or like nice weather, like weather contingent activities, anything like that. I feel like we're always trying to cram so much into summer that it's like it goes by way too fast. Like, to me, I'm like, how is it literally almost halfway through July? We have another lake trip planned, and then I'm like, dang, by the time we get back, it's gonna be like 2 weeks to school starting. And I don't know, that just doesn't sit right with me because I feel like summer just got here. Marla, how are you? I'm so glad you had fun on your trip. Okay, I'm just taking a tiny bit more of this and kind of darkening it up over that powder. And then I'm also kind of using that as an excuse to wipe off the mascara that I put here. Normally I'd let it dry, but I am kind of like trying to hurry a little bit today. And you guys know, once I get on here, I'm always like chit-chatting, which I love, so I'm not complaining. I'm just saying I kind of take a little longer than if I just jump on and go, you know? Okay, I love this. Let me scoot back to a normal distance. I feel like that's such a pretty, like, natural shade. Is this not the prettiest lip color? And I love it because anything with a purple undertone helps make your teeth look whiter. I don't know what it is. It must just be the cool undertone thing, but I drink a lot of coffee and I definitely need all the help I can get with that. So that's just kind of like a secret little hidden plus. You could totally go darker, lighter, whatever. I think it's kind of obvious I'm going for more of the like fresh face light makeup kind of look today. So I didn't want to get like too heavy, but you could totally do like a big blush balm with it if you wanted. It's highly pigmented. And I love it. So that's the shade Raisin, you guys. I have these linked up above. I can put them down below as well if you want. All 3 shades are still available when I checked this morning. So definitely go get them. We did the shade Raisin today, Marla, and we did it on eyes, lips, and cheeks. So I guess that just leaves Pink Apple that we have to do on all 3 soon. Good morning, Deanna. Anyways, I better get going, girls. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. If you have questions, just shoot me a message anytime. Comment down below, whatever. Do not be afraid to get a hold of me. But I hope you guys have a really good day, and I'll see you either tomorrow or Sunday. If you're new here, I go live Monday through Thursday, sometime between 8 and 8:30 Mountain Time. It's not like a set, like exact time, but right in there, I'll go live, and I either do makeup, hair, some kind of like, usually a beauty tutorial, chit chat with you guys. It's really fun. So if you like that kind of thing and you like to be on actual live, you can tap my face and the description box should pop up down here, hopefully. And then usually there's a little bell you can click. So you can click follow, and then the little bell hypothetically should send you notifications when I go live. A lot of times you have to go back and turn them back on. But it's a good start anyway. So yeah, I'd love to hang out with you again. And yeah, hope you guys have a good day. Thanks, girls. Bye.